What's up, boys? It's NNT Rhino back, and this is kind of a late video just because I wanted to do this a while ago and it's kind of out of season right now. But the video I'm talking about and I'm doing today, if you haven't read the title, is a review of Advanced Warfare, and I kind of want to put this out before the first DLC comes out for all platforms on each console, so for Black Ops 3. So I'm going to do kind of a quick rundown of the good things and then talk about a little bit about the bad things. But I'm going to talk about the bad things first, actually. So we all know they had the micro pay in the game. That was advanced supply drops. That kind of pissed me off. I didn't really like that, especially after I got my Grandmaster Prestige. All I could do was buy them, and then they finally implemented a way to, I guess, earn them, and that kind of pissed me off, but there's nothing you can do about that. I'm going to do another video about that here just a little bit, here in a couple of weeks, after I do a little bit more kind of testing and a little bit of math and some stuff. So be on the lookout for that about micropay. It's going to be a whole new video. I just wanted to touch on that. Another thing that I wanted to talk about that it's kind of mixed reviews, but I'm more toward bad than good, is skill-based matchmaking that was in Black Ops 3, or in Advanced Warfare, not Black Ops 3, sorry. People don't like it because you're basing it all on skill, not just for, it's not for the casual gamers, which is kind of good and bad. And the reason I say good and bad is because if you're a casual gamer, you kind of get put with other casual gamers, whereas you're a really good player, you get put with other good players, and it kind of challenges you. But people don't like that. They kind of just want to get force-fed really good scores and all that stuff. I'll do another video, maybe do another video on that here in the near future. So, I do like it though. I thought skill-based matchmaking was a good thing for Advanced Warfare because I was kind of new and it kind of ranked me up through the game. But a lot of people didn't like it. It's understandable. So let's jump right into the good things. And like I said, I'm going to do separate videos on skill-based matchmaking and pay to win. So the good things are a little bit controversial, but we're going to jump right into it here. So what the first good thing is going to be kind of really controversial. It's weapon variants. And yes, people are going to be like, no, you're completely wrong and weapon variants were awful idea and all that stuff. But hear me out on this. Outside of the god tier weapons, all of them were really good. There's no real difference between the two, between like an enlisted variant and just the normal base variant. But with that comes the fact that you could sell them for XP, and if you just went and bought a bunch of supply drops, you can just sell all your stuff and you could pay to level up basically. So that's the bad part about it. And also is the elites like the Insanity, the Battle 27 Inferno, and Obsidian Steed, all that stuff. You guys all know all that. So I'm going to move on to number 9, which is modules on score streaks, which I thought was a great addition to the game, where you could add, like, for example, on the care package, you could add a reroll option, so you don't have to use a perk on it. You can add a trap package, so you don't have to use a perk. I think it's a great idea. I want them to bring that back in Advanced Warfare 2. I really hope that's going to happen, so I really enjoyed that. That's not something that's really talked about in the game. That was in Advanced Warfare, but a lot of people really enjoyed it, and when I didn't really hear negative things about it. So like putting bigger things on the Paladin, making the Warbird AI and all that stuff. I thought that was a great thing for them. That was a great idea by Sledgehammer on that part. Number 8 is the regular supply drops. I did think this was good. This is, obviously supply drops in general were kind of bad, but on the other hand it was still like they were still a good concept. They were just proceeded wrong, and with the regular ones I thought it was a good idea because you earned them in the game and all that. So although it didn't contain the higher drop rates and all that stuff, but like I said, the way that they did the supply drops was wrong. They should have done it like Black Ops 3, but it was a good idea to jump into the supply drop market kind of thing. That was a good idea just to kind of test the waters. That's why I'm kind of putting Advanced Warfare 2, and it's also kind of Activision's fault. But moving on to number 7, DLC in supply drops was a good thing, but only the cosmetic stuff, so like the headgear and the body gear and all that stuff. I think that was great. It was a good touch to that. It made supply drops worth going for outside of variants. So if you had all the variants and you got regular ones, it's worthwhile to open those up basically. So moving into number 6, we have the maps. I think the maps played really well with the exo movements. They were really vertical and fast paced, and there was a lot of flank routes and all that stuff. People will traditionally hate them, but I still think they're good. I do like Comeback and Green Band because they're kind of a 3-lane system if you think about it. You got on Comeback, you got the left side going past the house with the camping area, and then the right side going at the going toward the greenhouse and all that stuff, and then the middle obviously with the chaos. So I think they were just great maps overall. There's a couple maps that aren't very good. I love Sideshow, and I loved the DLC ones, so that's awesome too. Number 5, including with the maps, is kind of with the exo movements. I did quite enjoy the exo movements. It was a little bit different, a little bit faster than what we're used to, so it makes you run faster. You can have an unlimited sprint. You can jump insanely high. I don't like how they did it. I do like Black Ops 3 just a little bit more, depending on the situation. I do like how you don't have to hold down the button on Advanced Warfare. You can just double jump quickly and not have to hold it down. Just like double tap and you're done kind of thing. So that's a good thing, but it really depends on what kind of your playstyle was. If you're just trying to bunny hop across the map, you're going to like Black Ops 3 more. If you like fast-paced, quick jerk things, you're going to like Advanced Warfare more. It's really an opinion on that one. Number 4 was a kind of overlooked thing, at least later life of Advanced Warfare. There was no real concussions or, for that matter, tactical grenades like there are in Black Ops 3 because no one really ran them when they could have ran frags or semtexes or whatever. So I think that was a great part of the game design to leave that out. I like that. I've thoroughly enjoyed that part. That was an amazing thing to leave in there. To take out basically and make it just grenades in general, and then the exo abilities weren't really used, but they were useful at some points, and I don't really know what would be the good points of that, but because I never really used them outside of getting the calling card for them, so it really depends on how you liked them, I guess. I didn't think they were really useful. There's a couple like Cloak kind of was until they've nerfed it, and then a couple other things. But moving on to number 3, we got the in-map score streaks, and what I mean by that is like the Walker tanks on Comeback, and the laser air defense system on the Defender. I think it's the map. Those are really good things to the game. I enjoyed that really a bunch. The one thing I didn't like about it was they were kind of randomly given to you in the care package. So if you didn't run the care package with support, which I'm going to talk about that again real quick with the score streaks modules. I do like how they had made some support, some not, and all that stuff. But going back to my in-map score streaks, I do like how they had those. They should have made them easier to get and not just random. Like there's one game I remember where I got 3 Walker tanks in a row, and then there's like 4 games I could go without ever getting a Walker tank again. But that's really a good thing and a bad thing, so you could go either way on that. I do like the in-map score streaks. I wish you could have a kind of extra care package, say it's like double the regular price, and you get that in-map score streak with the support system and all that stuff. So that would have been nice to add in, not just make it a random draw out of a random care package. So on to number 2 is the speed of the game. In my opinion on this, it was really a little bit faster than other Call of Duties. It's a lot faster than, well, depends on what side of the ball you fall on here. If you're a rusher or a camper, if you're a camper in Black Ops 3, you're going to think that the game is super slow, that Advanced Warfare was insanely fast compared to Black Ops 3. But if you're a rusher, like rush the spawns, rush points or whatever have you, you're going to think that Black Ops 3 is a little bit faster. And I agree with that one if you're a rusher, just because you can change your movements and you move a lot faster. If you like to play more conservative and tactically, you're going to like Black Ops, or you're going to like Advanced Warfare a little bit more, because people are not as fast and you can kind of predict where they're going, even though the Exo Dash and all that stuff was still in the game. But you could kind of tell it where it was, tell where they were going, tell which way they were going, and kind of predict what they were going to do. And you kind of knew that you had a good feeling with the guns too. It wasn't just like, oh, this gun kills in 4 shots sometimes. It's always 4 shots, or it's always 3 or whatever. So I thought that was a good part of the game. The very last point I have here is that it was a very it was just fun. Like, it was a fun and unique game. Advanced Warfare was a groundbreaking game for Sledgehammer Games and Activision, and I don't see a lot of things wrong with it. I thoroughly enjoyed it just because it's not boots on the ground kind of people head glitching. You can get around the head glitchers and campers and all that stuff and get on long streaks, and I like that. I don't like being just kind of a guy sitting in a house. For example, with Black Ops 3, they'll sit somewhere freaking ridiculously stupid and just hardscope down your spawn and kill you every time, and that kind of pisses me off. But with Advanced Warfare, I can feel like I can play it for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours at a time. Where with Black Ops 3, I get pissed off after about 20 minutes. So it's really, this one I think it's really personal opinion, which one you like more. They're more futuristic. I know people hate it, but I personally like it. They're trying to change the game, get more people, instead of just having the copy and paste thing. So copy and paste stigma of what other Call of Duties have had. So that's my thoughts on the game. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. I know this is super late, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts. And if you haven't already, subscribe, like, and comment on this video what you guys want to hear next. And I know we're going to have a couple more good series and DLC and a lot of other stuff coming out on the channel, so stay tuned for that. And subscribe so you can get those updates. Thanks, guys. Later.